The whole idea of life purpose is kind of something that I really don't actually believe in. You know, when we begin our spiritual growth journey, we start, seeking for our life purpose. We keep hearing about people who found their purpose, who found their, what they are meant to do, what they are supposed to be. We read books from spiritual gurus and, whatever. And then we fall under this illusion that, oh, I have this one life purpose that I'm supposed to be, living. And if I just, find that purpose, I am going to arrive. I'm going to find whatever. And that's the biggest, if not the biggest, one of the biggest problems. And, just a disaster that happens in the spiritual growth journey. Why do I say that? It's because when somebody thinks that there is a life purpose that they have to find, that is when you are going to be constantly like, what is that one thing? So you keep thinking like, am I supposed to be a musician? Am I supposed to be an artist? Am I supposed to be a spiritual teacher? Am I supposed to be all of that? And you try to hair split everything. You are like, I do not know what that is. So I do not know. I seriously do not know. And you get all riled up and you're confused because you think it has to be just one thing. And you keep dabbling with your passions and excitement, and you miss the entire point. And that is why I want to make this video today, to share with you why I think that life purpose is not the thing. The whole thing about, oh, you have a life purpose. Well, I do not believe in that. The way society or other people have told us, even spiritual gurus, okay? That's what I'm going to break down today. Now, before we move forward into the video, if you are somebody who have been watching me and resonating with what I've been sharing, and if you really want to deep dive and get access to some of the most fantastic content that I share when it comes to the spiritual awakening journey, then you gotta sign up for my newsletters that I send for free to my newsletters, where I share in-depth content about the spiritual awakening journey. And I also share about my events, master classes, freebies, gifts, tools, everything I share in those newsletters. So if you are not already part of my newsletter community, hey, what are you waiting for? Go sign up. It's for free. Okay, sign up for my newsletters. Things I can share in the newsletter, I do not get to share in YouTube video. So go sign up. Link is in the description. Now, like I was saying, that the idea of life purpose is basically is to mess you up. It's because, just think about it. If somebody comes to you now, you might be somebody who might even say that, oh, I am living my purpose, and I'm not denying you that, because I can also say I am living my purpose as a spiritual teacher, as a spiritual coach. I definitely am living my purpose. But then if somebody comes to me and tells me, hey dude, you are doing amazing, I see you all, you know happy and excited, looking forward to your life, and here I am, I suck basically, and I want to be just like you. I want to also find my purpose. How do I find my purpose? What I was thinking today, like, what am I going to tell that person exactly? So you know what, dude, what this is what you do. You start following your passion, following your excitement, and hopefully that, you are going to find one of those things is going to be your purpose. And when I was thinking about it, I felt like there's something wrong about this whole approach, which I always thought, like, okay, follow your passion, follow your excitement, you're going to find your purpose one day. Is it wrong? No, it's a very, very fantastic advice. But still, there is something inherently wrong about it. The very thing that is wrong about this way of thinking and the mindset and the paradigm of the life purpose is that it's still trying to make you feel that you are going to one day find that one thing that is truly your thing, and you're looking for it. And this looking for that one thing is the biggest problem. You know, when I feel like, me being a spiritual teacher in a spiritual course, I definitely feel like I'm living what I came here to do. But if I try to think like, oh, this is my one thing, you know, if I lose this, then there is no other one thing. No, no, that is not the case. I am a passionate musician. I am also a guitar player. I play guitar. I play music. I paint. I'm not as good as painting as I am in guitar, but I still am passionate about painting. I write, not just writing newsletters, spiritual ones. I also write fictions, non-fictions. I I love singing. I want to film make. I am a hobbyist photographer. I have a passion for entrepreneurship. I am a lot of things. And all of this thing is part of my purpose. And that is something that is not being told about. I would not be nearly as good as who I am as a spiritual teacher and coach out here had I not explored my other passions the way I explored it, and I keep exploring it. My passion with entrepreneurship allows me to become a good spiritual entrepreneur. My passion with music has allowed me to connect with my intuition more than I can tell you here. I came out of my dark night of the soul because the inner guidance asked me to keep playing guitar when I was at the end of my wits and I was thinking of ending my life. And it was through my inner guidance which told me keep playing guitar, and I I understood how intuition works. I've shared about that experience many times in my YouTube before. But I understood how intuition and inner guidance works through my music. Had there been no music, I wouldn't have understood intuition and inner guidance nearly as well, because that was my way of understanding it. Music was the closest thing to my heart. My higher self used music to teach me how intuition and inner guidance worked, because for many years I was not able to achieve my musical desires and goals because I was not listening to my intuition. And when I finally paid attention to my intuition, I was able to achieve my musical goals, which was to become a very good instrumental guitar player. I wanted to improvise and stuff, right? And I was able to do that when I listened to my intuition. And that opened up an entire different timeline where I was like, oh, if I listening to my intuition makes this magic happen, what magic can happen if I apply the gift of intuition in my life? Become a spiritual teacher, right? So that is how it works. Now, the thing is, like I mentioned, every single thing that resonates you, that you're passionate about, that you feel called to act, all those things is part of your purpose. And the reason also I do not like using the word purpose, because the word purpose has a kind of limitation to it. It feels like a purpose means what? Something that can be fulfilled. So let's say, the purpose of a screwdriver is to open a screw. What happens when you open the screw? Its purpose is fulfilled, right? So automatically you kind of sort of get the idea that if you feel your purpose or fulfill your purpose, then there will be one day when your purpose will be fulfilled. But that is not the point, because you are an eternal soul and you are never going to arrive. Never. Because this journey is an internal, sorry, this journey is an eternal journey of expansion of your consciousness. This journey is an eternal journey of growth and evolution of you as a soul. Because this body, this vessel, is just only a physical construct which your soul is playing around for the time being. Your soul is not caged in this body. Your soul is not limited into this 3D reality. It is beyond it, and it is going to be beyond it, and it is already beyond it. So it is timeless. So in a timeless place, where are you going to arrive exactly? It's all about your expansion and growth and evolution and exploration, which are the nature of the soul. The nature of the soul is to expand. The nature of the soul is to evolve. The nature of the soul is to explore all that it is. You see that? And how does a purpose fit something as big, something as limitless as a soul? It's like telling the wave that you have a purpose to go from here to there. The wave travels. Makes sense. But what if you tell that to the ocean? You have a purpose. So get here to there. And the ocean is going to be like, dude, I am here, I am there. I don't need to go anywhere. Why are you talking about? And then the wave is the same as the ocean. So as long as you identify as the wave, as this, limited self playing the role, the mask, let's say, the identity, the human identity, then all these purpose things, they make sense. But once you take your real identity of who you really are, it doesn't make sense. So that's what I'm saying. It's not about life purpose. Now, what is it about then? So if not life purpose, then what is it? It's about your life path. There is no purpose for the soul. There is a path, a never ending path of evolution and growth and expansion and exploration. A path is much better. That is why ever since I became a spiritual teacher and coach, from day one, I have been using this term life path, which I also sometimes call your soul path or your heart path, or in technical 4D ways, as in fourth density ways, because I'm a teacher of visit consciousness, the fourth density stage of consciousness. You can also call it a life purpose timeline. But those are different concepts, not to be explored right now. But the idea is it's a life path. Path is much better. Why? Because when I say you have a life path, then you are like, oh, I have to find my life path. No, you do not have to find your life path. You have to come in alignment with your life path, because you are already walking somewhere. You are already walking on some path, right? Do not have to find your life path. You just have to, if you're walking like this and this is your life path, you have to slowly realign and come in alignment with your life path until it's like this, right? And that makes life much easier. That makes you feel like, no, you don't have to find this secret treasure called life purpose, which you don't. When you try to do that, there's all sorts of mess ups happen. What you need to do is to pay attention to your inner guidance and slowly but steadily start making the choices in your life that really resonates with your soul. Every single choice that you make that resonates with your heart, your soul, takes you that much closer to your life purpose timeline, your soul path, or what you would call the heart path. Every time you take an inspired action, every time you make a choice that brings you harmony and peace, every time you make a choice that brings you alignment, you come closer to your life purpose timeline. And that's all your job is. Your job is not to find your purpose. Your job is to make harmonious choices, make inspired choices, make heart aligned, soul aligned choices. Keep doing that. You are going to come in alignment with your life purpose timeline. And you are going to be walking the path of your soul's most accelerated evolution, the most magical path, where things that is part of your soul's blueprint are going to manifest effortlessly, because that's your path. You're going to meet the right people, your soul family, you are going to be doing your soul aligned, purpose led business or job or that venture. You are going to be sharing your spiritual gifts. You are going to be living that version that is the most aligned version of you that you came here to do, the path that you came here to walk, your accelerated path towards your spiritual evolution. That's what it is about. It's not about reaching somewhere. It's about the journey, the destination, right? I hope it has resonated. If it has resonated, please subscribe for my newsletters. You don't have to subscribe to my channel even. I would love that. But subscribe to my newsletters because that's where I share the gems. I write these long newsletters where I share so much in-depth content on the spiritual awakening journey, on aligned manifestation, on connecting with your higher self, on ascending to higher stages of consciousness, on living magically like a wizard because I am a teacher of wizard consciousness. And I share all of that for free. Why would you like to miss out on that? Subscribe to my newsletters. Get access to all the gems, all the gifts, and all the fantastic events that I host that you can be a part of. Don't miss out. Okay. And like I said, if you have enjoyed this video, I would love it if you subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Give this video a like, comment, and let me know what has resonated. And if you have any question in mind, any challenge in mind that you would like me to explore in one of my videos, right? So have fun, and I'll see you again soon in the next video.